Hi everybody, it's Rob Chavez, and if you're selling a home this winter, don't make this classic mistake that I see so many agents and homeowners make, and that's mispricing your home in relation to the time of the year. Let me explain. When you price your home, when you sell your home, it's going to sell for really three main factors, right? We're always going to be looking at supply and demand. But the three main factors that we always pay attention to are price in relation to its condition, price in relation to its location, and price in relation to the time of the year. Now, this is the one that gets a little tricky for people because comps always show us what happened in the past, but it doesn't tell us a story about what's happening right now. So when agents start looking at comps and going through comps with sellers, they'll pull data from the spring, from the summer, and from the fall, and then they'll make judgments based on those sales prices, and then they'll price accordingly. The issue is that there's always a little bit of a bump up in pricing in the springtime. Why? Because everything is beautiful, the sun is shining, the birds are singing, the grass is super green, all those endorphins are just kicking in. And so there's this a little bit of a rational exuberance during the spring, and we see a little bit of a bump up in pricing. Now over the summer, that cools off a little bit, and people go away on vacation, and we see a slight contraction in pricing, just a slight little contraction in pricing. The velocity slows down a little bit, and then in the fall, believe it or not, we see prices stay flat, right? They don't go up for the most part during the summertime, but the velocity speeds back up. And so we see this bump up in the spring, slight contraction in the summer, increased velocity in the fall, and then during the winter time, we see a slight contraction in pricing again in the winter. Just a little bit, not a lot. A lot of it can be really attributed to really supply and demand, but it makes a lot of sense, right? The leaves are not on the trees. It's not as pretty outside. The velocity just in general slows down during the winter. There's the holiday season, and then there's this incubation period around January and February, which is what we see in our market here. And then starting really towards the end of February and really the beginning of March, we start seeing everything kind of pick back up, right? Now, we've been in a low inventory environment, so that is increase the velocity of anything that comes on the market, but you still have to be looking at the data and pricing accordingly and getting an understanding of what's happening during the current season that you go to list your house. So don't make the classic mistake when you list your house in the winter of looking at prices that went under contract in the spring or even in the fall, because the numbers can be very different for you during that winter market. So that's my pro tip. Hope you guys are having a great day. And as always, I look forward to crossing paths with you sometime soon. Take care.